Hello, I'm Aubrey Shepherd, and today is the 12th of September 2013. I want to tell you about an upcoming event. At, actually, only the first day this is broadcast. This will be Sunday afternoon, the 15th, from 1 to 5 p.m. You can see swallowtail butterflies in low light there, so photos are not that great. But anyway, it'll be at Pinnacle Wet Prairie. These particular photos are just west and north of Pinnacle Wet Prairie on top of the former Roche Heights, where there was a nursing home, Sunset or Sunrise Manor, whichever. And it's now a major apartment complex. And you're looking north toward the university campus from there. And you can see some old apartments down the hill. That's Leatrice, the red thing, and I'm not sure which of the yellows that was. And here's a skipper, sort of a cross between a between a butterfly and a moth, and has characteristics slightly different from either one of them. But beautiful little pollinators. And anyway, you'll get to see some of the same plants if you come to Pinnacle Wet Prairie at the west end of 12th Street. That's just a block off of South Duncan Avenue. And the property we'll be on there is a city trail, Pinnacle Prairie Trail. And you'll be, I'm a little gimpy this week. You may have seen me holding a cane here, a hiking cane. And actually, I'm using it because my left leg is not up to par. And so I'll have to probably have to use that if I'm guiding anybody out there. But we don't want people to wander off singly. We hope everyone will follow the rules there and try to stay on the paved trail, except with a guide, one of the people, which I hope we'll have several other than me. Well, this is from a Sierra Club meeting down in central Arkansas. This is a statewide meeting and quarterly meeting, and that's Big Piney Bayou, Big Piney Creek, and there you see the stream gauge at Big Piney, and that's near the home of Bob Allen where we met. Basket flowers are just about all done blooming for this year, and these are some low light photos that I had to use a flash to get good shots. Now that's from Pinnacle Prairie, and that's a prairie milkweed, the tall green milkweed, Asclepias hortella, and it's got a few seed pods on it, and we're hoping for a better crop next year. They're scattered all over Pinnacle Prairie, what you see there, and that's one of the dominant flowers with that flower fly on it, and it's a Biden's, some call it a sunflower. There's a shot of a black swallowtail using the the ironweed plants on World Peace Wetland Prairie. These are scenes you might still see on Sunday the 15th if you come out 1 to 5 p.m. and meet at the end of 12th Street on that at the trail entry and get out there and have a guided tour. That's big blue stem grass along with some of the ironweed there, and you see it's called turkey foot grass. You can tell why. Well, that's a big mix of yellow wildflowers mostly with some red things out there and purple things. And that's just a sample because up that hill toward the railroad, it gets even better. Till next time, this is Aubrey Shepherd asking you to do your part to help keep the water clean, the air pure, and the woods green. See ya. Hello, it's Aubrey Shepherd again on the 12th of September 2013. We're going to show some photos from Fayetteville, Arkansas. and share with you some of the beauty you see this time of year. That's a tiny passion flower, and you can see the buds, and you can see the various structures of it, and you can see there the some of the little tiny maypops that have started turning dark enough that they'll actually be viable, provide viable seed for next year. These are sort of rare, but probably they're a lot more common than I've always thought, because you just have to get into the edge of these viney fence rows and such, and around trees and phone poles, and these things are so beautiful up close. This it's called Passiflora lutea. These are some of the top women activist voters in Fayetteville. They were at the senior center, and I just had to share this with you because they're people my age approximately, and they're still getting important work done for the public good. And that's a dig on Martin Luther King Boulevard. They're digging out the natural soil, and you can see it being loaded, and it's brown and beautiful and rich and fertile, but they're putting down red dirt for their house construction. This is the native, this is another native milkweed plant. It's the vine milkweed. See, the flowers are really tiny, and there you see a tall milkweed plant that's suppressed by a lot of vines, and it's the one we call butterfly weed, Asclepias tuberosa. And anyway, we may have to fix that one just a little bit, but you're really going to enjoy it if you come out here again, Pinnacle Wet Prairie, at the end of 12th Street, just west of World Peace Wetland Prairie. You go a block south of World Peace Wetland Prairie on Duncan Avenue to get there. And you see some of the button bushes, the red dots in the back. Those are the white inflorescences that we shared earlier in the season. And this is a tiny flower whose name I can't remember at this moment, but it's always a marker of wetland. And it's delightful up close. And it's a unique structure, well, not totally unique in the world of flowers, but it's in prairies around here, there aren't a lot of different species with that structure. That's a close-up of the button bush inflorescences. And this is a boneset plant, and I think we'll see an insect or two on one of those in a second, maybe. Ironweed from a different angle, a different species. There are several species of ironweed on these prairies. You see that little guy on there? Well, that's a predatory insect also, and he just fits in, looks like part of the plant, doesn't he? But he's actually waiting for something to get near enough. Could be a butterfly, a bee, any kind of fly or small insect that he can get a hold of. And he can grab one that appears bigger than he is. And that's another one of that's I believe, Budlickia family of coneflowers, as opposed to the echinacea purple coneflowers that you see everywhere. And interesting, probably a kind of wasp there using it. There's a different angle on some of the assorted coneflower style plants out there on Pinnacle Wet Prairie in South Fayetteville, Arkansas. West end of West Street, and if you miss it, Sunday the 15th, between 1 and 5, you can call me and I'll personally give you a guided tour of that area. I'm in the phone book. Thank you.